Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Twilight Princess. I am Shadowy Productions, and in the last episode, we saw a shitload of cutscenes, and we got our sword and shield for Midna, even though she basically decided that they were useless and that she wasn't going to give a shit. And then we took our first real journey into the Twilight. I mean, we did before with Hyrule Castle Dungeon, but there wasn't really anything we could do about the Twilight there. This time we're actually going on our first little, journey to rid the land of Twilight. And I don't know, in this episode I'm probably gonna talk a lot about the 3DS and shit like that. Basically what you want to do right now is use your senses and talk to this guy, and as soon as he talks about the bugs, magically they come out and you gain the ability to kill them. But if you don't do that, they're just gonna sit there in their little corner and you're not gonna be able to do shit about it. Now, killing the bugs is important, but even more important than that is actually remembering to get the Tears of Light after that. Because if you don't pick them up, then you're going to have to come back and get them. You're going to feel really stupid. It's happened to me before. Not much, because I'm not that big of an idiot, but shit like that happens to me all the time. I get fucked over all the time. So, yeah. But hunting for these bugs really is not that difficult, especially now. It does get... Alright, you gonna give me that? Probably not. Oh, nice! Nice! Alright, well, let's just dig here. I don't think the bugs are in here. I don't think they're in these types of holes. But I know there's definitely one nearby. But as I was saying, finding bugs in this game, especially at this point, is not very hard at all. Because they're all marked on your map. And you really just need to go to the spot that they're marked and look for a bug, turn your senses on. You won't be able to see, I should tell you right now, you won't be able to see any bugs unless you have your senses on. I mean, you can see it on your map, but if you go to the spot where the dot is marked and you don't have your senses on, you won't be able to see anything. So, a general rule to follow when you're searching for these bugs is obviously to go to the spot on the map, look around for a bit, like under stuff, maybe bump into some walls, check the walls to see if they're like hanging up there, and if none of that works, then there's a good chance that they're hiding in a building somewhere. Now, I don't see any white dots on the map in here, so I do not believe that there are any bugs inside of this particular cave, so we're just going to move on. We're just going to kind of make a little dash through this place. I hope I chose the right way. Nope. Fucking... Ugh. Hate when that shit happens. Though I probably should have been able to tell, because I should have been able to have seen that dead end on the map, but I did not. Oh well. And this part. Yep, look at that purple fog. That purple fog never does go away. Even once you get rid of the Twilight, it's quite troublesome. Especially when you turn back into human Link, because of the fact that you really can't use Midna like you can while playing as Wolf Link. I should remember not to go over there. I did that in my last practice playthrough. I specifically remember, before you go over there, you want to get rid of these bugs. And there are a few different kinds of bugs. There's like your basic ground ones. Some of them are buried underground. Some of them can fly, and those are probably the more annoying of all the different kinds of bugs. Mainly because they can just like be a bitch to get to, and sometimes they're hanging out in unreachable spots, and you have to chase them down. And it's overall sometimes can be quite troublesome, but it's not that bad. Like, I'd say the hardest part about these whole segments of the game is really just finding the bugs. Not so much now, because at this point in the game it really is easy as shit, but once you get to spoilers! Once you get to the next segment in the game, it really does start to get a little harder, especially the first time you go through it and you don't know what you're doing really at all. It can get a bit confusing. I don't know, I got lost as hell in the second Twilight bug segment. Not even so much in the third, but the second one, for some reason, really had me stumped the first time I played. And I really don't know why, because it's not that bad. I don't know, maybe because there's so many bugs inside of houses and stuff, but I'll get to that when I actually get to that segment in the game. Because there's no real point in talking about it now. Oh, no. I have a bad habit of just mashing the A button. And even after I'm like done crossing the gap, which means I could like very easily just dive into smoke and have to start this whole thing over again, and that's really not fun. But also of note, when you kill a shadow bug and the Tear of Light comes out, fuck, Oh, it's buried underground like I was talking about before. I do believe that those tears of light actually restore some of your health. I'm not too positive about that. And there's no real way for me to test it right now unless I magically lose health against these guys, which I didn't. But I think that they do restore some of your health. So, especially later on in the game when things get a little harder, that might be something to note. Because no one likes dying in these wolf segments, because they piss me off enough. It really is, really does follow a formula of sorts. Here's what I was talking about before. Like I said, there are numerous of these types of fights in the game. Basically, when one kind of isolates himself, you don't want to take on the group first, because that one will just revive them. You want to take on like the loners first, and then go for the group. But with that B attack, you really can kill them pretty much in one shot. So, especially when you're fighting as Wolf Link, these battles are a cinch. Now, remember this bridge. That's all I can say. Just remember this bridge. I don't know. Oh, wait. I was going to say I don't know how the fuck they got here, but it just warps here with that. But, no, they did not pick that bridge up and carry it all the way over here. That'd be hardcore, though. Oh, my God. Is this bird still here? Yep. But he can't see me, so I can't really piss him off by stealing his stuff. Then again, I'm Wolf Link, and you can't really use any items as Wolf Link. So it's kind of a moot point. And now, if I'm not mistaken, and I actually am, I thought we were going to fight some sort of, or no, I thought we were going to learn a new technique, but I was wrong. I think, no, you actually do that while you're human Link, never mind. But basically, the formula that I was going to talk about is pretty much, at this point in the game, once you get past all the intro stuff, the game really does follow a formula. First, you're Wolf Link in a new area covered in Twilight, and you gotta go around, kill all the bugs, get all the Tears of Light, restore the land to its former self, and to its former beauty, I should say. And then after that, you're Human Link, and then you gotta go beat a dungeon. That's really the formula that the first 3 levels of this game follow. And then after that, it does kind of diverge from that path. But yeah, I'll talk about that later. So that's really it for the whole Twilight segment of this, or the whole Twilight part of this segment of the game. The Vessel of Light is full of tears, and light is restored to this area. That is wonderful. I always feel I always get like this happy feeling inside, this warm feeling when I restore light to a particular land. I confess that I do get rather emotional, because I just like seeing light restored and all the darkness gone and Link. But I'm really emotional because I get to play as Human Link again. Most of all, that's really what I do enjoy, because I'm really not a big fan of playing as Wolf Link all that much. Really don't like those segments all that much. In fact, the first time I played this game, it was one of the reasons I didn't like it so much, but I got over it. I stopped giving a shit. I really don't care. It doesn't really bother me. Because Wolf Link is not nearly as bad as, say, oh, I don't know, Werehog! Werehog! That's all I have to say. Werehog made that game unplayable. My name is Faron. I am one of the spirits of light who dwell in Hyrule. By the order of the gods, I protect this forest. O brave youth. In the land covered in twilight, where people roam as spirits, you were transformed into a blue-eyed beast. Excuse me. That was a sign. It was a sign that the powers of the Chosen One rest within you, and that they are awakening. Look at your awakened form. It's normal Human Link in a different costume. The green tunic that is your garb once belonged to the ancient hero chosen by the gods. His power is yours. His is the true power that slept within you. Your name is Kevin. Oh, thanks for the tip. You are the hero chosen by the gods. That was unnecessarily epic. Brave Kevin. A dark power rests in the temple deep within these woods. It is a forbidden power. Long, long ago, I and the other spirits of light locked it away. Because of its nature, it is a power that should never be touched by any who dwell in the light. But this world weeps beneath a mantle of shadows, and so there is no choice. You must match the power of the King of Shadows. Even though they're pretty much useless once you collect them. Spoilers! If you would seek this forbidden power, then proceed to the temple in the forest depths. And then he just disintegrates. Link, as usual, is speechless. It's a gauntlet, Link. Ever seen one before? What a fucking faggot! Midna. Spoiling shit. Well, you're the chosen hero and all that, huh? So that's why you turned into that beast. What a shame. I mean, maybe you'd rather just wander as a spirit like the rest of them, totally unaware of what was happening for all eternity. Right? So, what do you want to do? Do you want to head to that temple? Well, isn't that convenient? I was about to head there myself. Hey, look, you want to help your friends, right? The way I see it, maybe they're in that temple waiting for you to rescue them. No, they're not. I can tell you right now. Well, that was swell. Anyway, nope, not going that way, are we? Nope. So, first time you can actually really play as Link. With his sword and his shield and all that stuff. I mean, you do get like a little taste of what it's like to play with no, not play with Link. No! Play as Link in the beginning. You probably already know this, but swing your sword with B and raise your shield with L. Well, I couldn't have gotten this far if I didn't know how to swing my sword. Thank you very much, Midna. I couldn't have broken that cage in which that child and monkey were trapped. But I digress. So yeah, anyway, as I was saying, this is the first time you get to play as actual Link in his green tunic and his shield and his sword and all that great stuff, even though you get a taste of playing as him in the beginning. Was that so hard? So yeah, now you're supposed to go to that spot on the map in the top left corner with that purple circle, but I'm gonna take a little detour, even though I don't think I have enough money to do this yet. I'm gonna talk to this guy. Huh? So, it's the Ordonian. You seemed familiar, but then your clothes seemed kind of different, so I got thrown off for a second. Listen, things have been a little rough around here lately, so you should watch your step, okay, guy? There's so many monsters now, I kind of got scared and closed off the path to the temple. Oh, you have to go here anyway, actually. Because he locked the door, or he put a lock on the gate that lets you get into that cave. So you need to talk to him whether you want to or not. Oh yeah, the woods on the other side of this cave are covered in really thick fog, so make sure your lantern is full. You're definitely gonna need to use your lantern a lot in there, so bring all the oil you can. And check this out, I have a special one-time offer of a bottle full of lantern oil for only 100 rupees. How about it, guy? What a bargain! What a bargain! What a bargain! Indeed, but I don't have enough money right now, unfortunately. But I gave you that lantern for free. What does that have to do with you charging me 100 rupees for a bottle filled with oil? Ugh, faggot. Well, I suppose no harm can come from returning here later after the dungeon to buy the bottle. I don't know, I just have to remember to do that. Yeah, because there's no way I'm going to sit here and grind for, like, for 55 more rupees. That would just be a little unnecessary, especially if I, like, kept all that footage in. But anyway, that was actually really quick. I didn't think we would beat Wolf Link's segment so quickly, but we actually did. I'm impressed with myself. I don't know if we're gonna... No, we're not gonna learn that new technique, though, in this episode. Technique! Technique! I'm gonna use my lantern thing, because it's gonna be, all used up in a little bit anyway. Spoilers! Yeah, I'll be lucky if I get through the forest by the end of this episode, considering how slow that monkey moves. Oof. Fucking slow-ass monkey. Yeah, but basically, this fog, if you touch it, you pretty much get lost, as I will demonstrate, because I didn't show you before in Wolf Link's segment. Or you could sink into the ground. That works, too. Either one. But yeah, then you end up back here. So what you want to do is use your lantern to get through. But the problem with that is this annoying-ass monkey comes by and steals your lantern. And he feels the urge to just swing it around in crazed motion every 5 seconds, instead of just walking a straight path through the fog with Link at his side. Or I think it's a girl, actually. You idiot, while you were staring off into dreamland, Was that a Kirby reference, I see, Midna? I don't think it was at all. It felt weird saying Dreamland. I don't know, I thought of Kirby. I don't know if you did when you heard it, but I definitely thought of Dreamland. So this is a really, really annoying segment, because you basically have to just sit here and wait for this monkey to just spin the lantern around and around and around and around, and wait for him to get rid of the fog, and follow him, and rinse and repeat. And, I don't know, there's a pretty big, like, area that he creates, like, a safe area by spinning that lantern. It's not a he, it's a she. I should call him a she, not a he. And I just called him him. It's a her. God damn it. I should just call it an it, so I don't get confused. But basically, what I was trying to say is that the area... Oh, monster. Monkey gets scared by monsters, so kill them so the monkey doesn't get scared so you can get through. Anywho, you get like a pretty broad circle of movement when the monkey spins her... or your lantern, actually, not even her lantern. And regardless of how much oil you do have in your lantern, it will be all wasted, which pretty much forces you to either go shop at that one bird's shop, or to have that bottle that one dude with the afro attempted to sell us before. One or the other. Because you do need the lantern to get into the forest temple, because there's a web covering it. And we've been through this. The only way you can get through a spider web is by lighting it on fire with a lantern. No other way to get through it. You can't just rip it apart. No one's that strong. I don't care what sword you're using. I don't care if you have the fucking master sword. You cannot cut through spider webs. It's just not humanly possible. I don't know who's an idiot who just thought that he could just rip through spider webs with his hand. Clearly not a very smart person. Anyway, we have hit 17 minutes, so I am Shady Productions. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.